Here's Anthony and Mike with an AMI This Week shortcut.
Hey Mike, have you ever been whitewater rafting?
I have not, Anthony, and to be honest, it's because I'm afraid of flipping over and not being able to get back in the boat.
Well, that's a fair concern, and Ottawa presenter Shelby Travers hasn't been either, but she's always been willing to give it a shot.
Actually, I've heard that from Shelby, and apparently she didn't have to go very far outside the nation's capital to find some rapids. In fact, she found them right in the heart of Ottawa at Britannia Beach.
Exactly. Ottawa City Rafting has been offering tours of the rapids on the Ottawa River, just a stone's throw from Parliament Hill, for a couple of decades now.
And while they may not be world famous for their level of difficulty, the river offers some fabulous views. Plus, there are some extra adventurous activities thrown in for fun. Check this out.
Rafting on the Ottawa River in the middle of the city? Who knew? Britannia Beach is where it all starts. It's there I meet with Ottawa City Rafting operations manager and guide, Pierre Moreau, who is busy getting the rafts prepared.
I don't have a ton of experience with rafting, but I'm intrigued to know what I'm going to experience in the Ottawa City Rafting experience. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. What you're going to find here is that we do have some rapids, 3 sets in fact. I would say more of a roller coaster type ride, but a lot of fun for anybody doing it for their first time, or even if you have rafting experience.
What are the perks to actually being able to have this experience within the city instead of having to travel outside the city?
Well, the benefit is tourists come to the city of Ottawa for the fact that it's our nation's capital. So once they're here, now they're looking for something to do.
Yeah.
So we offer a very unique attraction by rafting in the middle of the city, and you can actually see the Parliament buildings and the downtown core right from the river and the rapids that we're running.
Wow, this does sound like a truly unique experience. However, since it is my first time rafting, I am a little nervous about the rapids.
We basically call it a no-flip trip. There's classifications for rapids. It goes right up to Class 6. What we're dealing here is more the low end. Class 2, maybe 3, depending on the water level. But in comparison, it can vary, and the water level will dictate that to some degree.
Okay, that helps my nerves somewhat. As preparations are being made and I stand in on the safety instructions, I meet Giles Begley, who is in Ottawa from England visiting family.
So Giles, have you ever been rafting before?
I did once when I was a young child. I was about 12 or 13 years old. We were on holiday in the Himalayas.
Oh, wow.
And we did one afternoon, we floated down the river with the boats.
What made you want to raft within the city of Ottawa versus going a little bit outside of the city?
Well, we're visiting family who are just down the road in Kanata. And this was the closest, easiest thing to do. And we got some young children with us too. And didn't think it's going to be too exciting for them.
Giles' party includes his extended family. There are 11 of them taking part in the experience for the first time. And what is he expecting?
A little bit of a tan, a lot of laughs, that's all.
Well, at least I have my sunscreen on. With the safety instructions complete, it's time to get into the raft. I end up in the front seat of Raft 54. Not sure how I feel about this, but it's too late to quit because we've just launched. We're now paddling down the Ottawa River towards the first rapid, and before I can prepare myself, we hit it. The first wave hits, and I nearly get knocked off. Scary? Yeah, but not as much as I thought. In fact, it was a lot of fun. As we drift towards the second rapids, a guide gives us a quick history lesson. It's about French-Canadian folk hero and Ottawa Valley lumberjack, Big Joe Mufferaw.
Ottawa, the best man you ever saw was Big Joe Mufferaw, the old folks say. Woo!
We hit the second and third rapids shortly thereafter. Again, these were a lot of fun, and not as frightening as I thought. People even jumped into the river for a quick float after the second rapid. One of the most exciting things to do on the rafting tour is cliff jumping. We stop at an island along the river, and this is where I become a little bit more apprehensive. While others were jumping off the 10 and 15-foot cliffs, I was just trying to muster up the courage to jump off the 5-foot cliff. Yay! I did it! Back on the raft, we make our way further up the river where we are able to try another exciting adventure, bridge hanging. With Parliament Hill in the distance, I hang on the very low bridge, really only a few feet above the river. That was fun, but tiring on the arms. With that done, I let go and float the rest of the way down the river to the end of the rafting tour. Everyone helps to take the rafts out of the water and up to the waiting truck. In the meantime, I catch up with Giles.
Giles, what did you think about it?
It was fun. It was a good laugh. Particularly enjoyed the rapids. The rapids were lovely. The weather's been beautiful and the staff are so friendly. It's a great place.
I couldn't agree more.
And I am soaking wet. Part of that is from jumping off a 5-foot cliff, which I'm pretty proud of. Part of it is from the rapids, and part of it is from my favorite thing, which was the swimming. Sounds kind of lame, but it was just so amazing, so peaceful, super relaxing, and it was awesome to be able to meet all these people that are from all across the world coming to Ottawa to experience the capital and its beautiful river.